problem solved. The Apostle Paul reminds us that simplistic preaching is more beneficial than being too deep. And I want to offer you a simple reminder about how the cross can be a message of hope, even in the understanding of simple mathematics. The first thing that you'll discover about the cross is that the cross subtracts you from hell. The cross not only subtracts us, but the cross adds you to heaven. Yes, you're subtracted from hell, but you got to be connected somewhere. So subtracted from hell, but you are added to heaven. The cross not only subtracts you and adds you, but the cross also divides you from the world. If you remember, when Jesus is placed on the cross, his position divides the believer from the unbeliever. But there's one more thing. Subtracts you, adds you, divides you, but the cross multiplies your treasures. You might ask the question, how? I'll tell you, by relationship. You've been subtracted from hell, added to heaven, and divided from the world. But that actually opens the door and allows us to enter a relationship with God. In that, we have multiplied treasures. Problem solved. If you do the math and read the signs, you'll understand that the cross gives everyone an equal chance. The solving of the problem was beyond extraordinary, but the understanding to the open heart is actually simple. In order to subtract me from hell, I had to be forgiven. And not only that, Jesus had to go and snatch the keys and authority in hell so that I could be free. In order to add me, he had to shed his blood on Calvary after coming down through 42 generations. In order to work the division, Jesus had to be separated from the Father when he cried, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" And then Jesus, in order to work the multiplication, he had to give us John the Revelator, who said, "When I saw heaven, I saw one number. Then I saw another number that no man could number." But what I love most of all is that after working out the problem and after solving it by hanging on the cross, Jesus said something that we love to preach. I like that word. It is finished. But please understand that because he was finished, it wasn't over. Because he had to turn it all in. And he did it by saying, "Father, into thine hands I commit my spirit." And Jesus gave up the ghost. So they laid him in the tomb after he died. They put a stone over the entrance and he was divided from the sight of men. But on the third day, when they went to see his remains, they couldn't find him. Because early, us Baptist folk like to say on Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hand. Tell somebody today, problem solved. You've been subtracted from hell, added to heaven, divided from the world, multiplied in treasures, and it's equal for all. God bless you.